thank you so much for getting on today. I want to make it exciting for you, put some golden nuggets and gems in here for you to take with you and put to work for you tomorrow when you go out and start hunting for deals, right? I remember I read a book a long time ago. It was by Donald Trump called The Art of the Deal. And in there, he always stresses that you make money on the buy, not on the sell. Because you know that if you secured a good deal, you're always going to make money. You don't have to worry about selling it because you know you have a buyer. Even if you have to blow it out the door at a cheap price, you'll still make profit on it. Okay? That's when you know you have a good deal, is when you could say to yourself, yeah, I want to get $5,000 for the car, but if I had to blow it out, if I had to make it a no-brainer deal and just get rid of it for $4,000, I would still make $500 profit, right? That's a good feeling. It's just there's no stress on yourself, right? You know there's money in the bank. So that's how you want to buy. You want to buy so when you got the deal, it's like you're not worried. It's just money in the bank, and that's how I buy. And that's how you have to learn how to buy and search for deals. And yeah, you may not find the deal right away. It may take you a week. Sometimes it'll take you 2 weeks. Sometimes it'll take you 3 weeks. But taking up to 3 weeks, building up to 3 weeks, on that third week, you may run into 2, 3, 4 deals, like back to back. That's happened to me many times. And you just got to have the capital, the cash, or the investor partners, whatever, to have some money available for you so you can snatch them up. Then you're in business. Then you keep searching for deals. And then maybe next week you'll find another one. Maybe it'll take another 2 weeks to find another one. But then you got all these cars you're sitting on. That's money in the bank for you. And you could sit on them longer because you have a little bit more inventory. You have 2, 3 cars you're sitting on. Yeah, you could wait a couple of weeks before you sell one because you got 3 on rotation on ads, right? You're getting out, people calling. And that's another really important topic that I can't stress enough, is how to structure your ads when you're selling cars, okay? I would say, apart from securing the deal, which is number 1, getting a good deal, number 2 is getting ads so good in a video combination, the way I show you how to do in my course, that people are like, damn, I gotta check this car out. This car looks like a great deal. I mean, look, it's got meaty tires, the engine's clean, it has pretty decent mileage. There's a structure, a formula to structure your ad, so when people look at it, they're like, damn, I gotta give this guy a call. We gotta check this out. Somebody's gonna buy this thing, right? Especially if you have it at a good deal, at a priced competitively, and you're still making money on it. That's the holy grail. That's when you'll sell a car the next day. I've done that many, many times, right? You get a car, and you know that if you sit on it, you could probably make $2,000 profit, but you just want to blow it out. Just make the money, move on to the next. You'll make $1,500 by selling it tomorrow. And again, it's all preference. It's all your own business model. What do you want to do? Do you want to move fast and rotate, right? Like, that's kind of how I like to move. I have a quote that says, money loves speed, right? The faster you get things done, the faster you put things into action, the more quicker things are going to roll. Or you could just sit on them a little longer, sell less cars, like what my dad used to. That was my dad's model. Was ask top price, somebody will buy it. He'll probably sit on a car for maybe a month, sometimes 2, sometimes 6. I remember he was trying to sell his 54 Chevy restored. I think he was sitting on it for like a year. Dad, why don't you just get rid of it for like $15,000? Why don't you just get rid of it? He's like, nah, it's worth 18. It's worth 18. I won't take less than that. Blah, 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 blah. And one day he was at his apartment. When he sold his house as an apartment. He was kind of narrowing down, retiring and stuff. He had it parked outside of his apartment. It was on the ground floor. A lady he had a for sale sign on it. A lady walking by saw it. She says, I want it for $18,500. He had $18,500 on the window. She says, my husband had one of these when he was younger. I want the car for my husband. She bought it full price from him. So, it took a while, but he didn't mind because he drove it on the weekends. People honked at him, gave him looks, you know. That's what I wanted to stress on this message for you, was as long as you buy right, you don't have to worry about selling, because there will always be a buyer. So recently I haven't been flipping much because I've been traveling a lot. I actually bought and sold the car in Mexico while I was there a couple of months ago. And I'm going to be going back again soon. I bought a car here in Japan. I'm having it shipped back to Dallas. And I may be coming back here in the next 6 months or so. And I'm going to actually be buying a car here to use. So I'll document that process and how it is buying a car in Japan, what kind of car we're going to get. How many of you guys like to see that? Like some of the, I've been taking some awesome footage here in Japan. Just like with the cars, and it's very different. People drive on the left side of the road, and it's different. It's like Australia, I guess, and New Zealand, right? People drive on the left side of the road. So yeah, I got some pretty cool footage. I just have to give it to my video guy so he can make a cool video for you, and we'll get it up here soon. Like, I got tons of footage, and that's all coming little by little. So the cars in Mexico, man, are really, really pieces of shits. When you're buying in the $2,000 to $3,000 range, you're really getting pieces of shits, because people in Mexico, I noticed in that price range, they beat the hell out of their cars. They do not take care of the cars. So about 90% of the cars that I was looking at in Mexico, the interiors were freaking beat, ugly, beat, stink, like bad. Like, you wouldn't even want to freaking buy the car. That's how bad they are. Like, the cars in America, people take care of them a little bit more. In Mexico, when you're dealing with the lower class, and I don't want to insult anybody here, I'm just speaking the truth, okay? So anybody you in here from Mexico, if you're getting offended, please don't, because I'm just speaking the truth from my experience and what I've saw with my own eyes. The lower class people, the cars are, you don't get really good cars at that price range. You have to spend more like $5,000 US and up to get anything decent looking, and that's a lot of pesos. When you compare, it's right now, it's for $1 you'll get 17 pesos. So 18 and a half right now. So yeah, so with auctions you have to be careful, because most times the insiders at the auction will pull cars to the side for themselves to get the good deals, and they'll leave the scraps for the rest of the public. That's what happens. So unless you're connected with the office staff, right, you're really not going to get. You could get good deals, because there is a lot of deals out there. There's a lot of cars, and they can't get every single one. But do know that the best deals go to the people in-house, right? They got the connections. Think about it, right? If you worked there, you knew people working there, and your mom had a connection. If your mom was the teller at the auction place, and she hears what's going on, it's a gang, right? Every office, every community is a gang. They want to take care of themselves, right? I mean, it's the truth. Look at Donald Trump and his whole family, right? They're all backing each other up. They're taking care of each other to try to get to the next level. I mean, it's logical. We do that as a family, right? If I was working inside of an auction house as an insider, I knew the manager, I knew everybody, we were cool, we had barbecues over there once in a while, and my brother was like, Tony, hook me up with a car. Yo, John, what's up? Of course, insider deals go through all the time. It's all about your network, right? They say successful people build networks, poor people go get a job, right? So you have to switch your mentality and start thinking connections. So that's why I urge you to go out, make friends with tow people, tow companies. Just go there, say, hey, I buy and sell cars for profit. If or if you know a friend, the best way to get into a network is through an introduction. We kind of paused here a little bit on the live stream. I want to thank you guys for getting on. Send me an email personally for next week's topic, what you guys want to cover next week as a main, and then we will get here and we'll I'll pump you up. I'll pump you up for the week. And part of my motivation here for you is to pump you up, to get started, to go out there and start searching for deals and just get a good deal. Once you get a good deal, money's in your pocket. You could sleep well at night, knowing that you could blow it out tomorrow if you had to, right? It's better investing 3 grand in a car than to have that 3 grand sit in your bank account and collect 0 interest, right? Because right now banks are giving you crap on your money. It's better to put that 3 grand into a car, right? Yeah, it's gonna take a couple of hours of your time, find a deal, blah, 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 blah. And to make 500 and turning that 3,000 to 3,500 than to let it sit in your bank. Would you guys agree? Because banks right now, they're not giving you shit with your money. You have to constantly think, how can I make my money grow? How can I make my money make more money? And flipping cars for profit is a perfect way of doing this, because you could basically just roll your money, right? Start with 1,000, end up with 10, 20 grand at the end of the year, right? Take that 10, 20 grand, invest it in another business. You don't have to buy and sell forever. It's a great way to make extra money, all right? That's how you should look at it. If you want to get serious, do a dealership, which I don't recommend. It's more out-of-pocket expenses for you. You got to go through hoops. You got to jump through hoops with fire around it, right? You're dealing with the state. You got to get your license. Who wants all that BS? Stay under the radar, flip a couple cars a month, make your money, save your money, and figure out other ways to grow that. I mean, you must have heard me say this before, but the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. 7 streams. So flipping cars could be just another way for you to make an extra 20, 30, 40 grand a year, right? Then you take that, then you learn about Forex. Start playing with a little bit of Forex stuff if you want. Start playing with a little bit of stocks. That's what I do. I play with Forex. I'm actually starting to learn about Forex right now, right? I play with a little bit of stocks. I'm always trying to learn new ways of making money. I want to have multiple streams of ways of making money. Like I said, I'm publishing a book, right, that we're going to have on Amazon soon. I have plans of putting 4 or 5 books on Amazon. That's the way you want to do things. Is your email on your F1 website? Yes, it's the support email. So you could just go, it's Tony@howtobuyandSellYourCars.com. That comes to us directly. And right now, I don't know how many auto body members in here, but I'm doing a birthday sale right now, and you could actually get my auto body course. I know one of you guys in here were like saying combo. Yeah, I will do a special deal, but we're running a special right now, my auto body course, because of my birthday. If you have the money, I would diversify and do both, right? Because you'll always get that crowd who wants to have a nicer car. So you could go up into the 10,000 and above market, right? And this is where you have to actually start learning your market. Start seeing what people like in your market. And, you know, if you see a deal, scoop it. Like a nice BMW M3, you know, people are crazy about it. It's also good about niching down. So I actually have more that I'm writing about in a side little notepad that I want to give away to you F1 guys as well. So I'm working on new and updated content. So it's just, I'm doing multiple things at once right now. So that's why it's taking a little longer for me to get things out. And you guys are always welcome to come on live and talk to me here. But what I would do is diversify, okay? Have some deals in the lower area, have some deals in the higher area, and you roll out cars that way. Because right now I'm sitting on a freaking badass BMW M3. I got it for a little over 13 grand. I know if I sit on it for another 5 years, it's going to be a classic collectible. It's a 2000 with only 38,000 miles on it. One owner, BMW Z3 M Edition, clean as hell. In 10 years, that car is going to be worth 25, 35 grand, depending on the market. And I paid 13 for it. So it's money in the bank. If I wanted to get rid of it tomorrow, I could probably get 16.5, 17.5 for it, easy. But it's not like I need to liquidate the money. You also got to think of, all of you guys out there, you also have to think of diversifying your money. Don't keep all of your money in the bank. Have a little bit of money in here, a little bit of money there, a little bit of money in cars. This way, if something ever happens to the economy, the market, you got other tangible assets where your money's in, right? Because right now we're at a real unpredictable market in the economy, in the world. All this crazy shit happening. It's important in this day and age to diversify your assets, your money, and currency. That's why I'm starting to do things in Japan. All cash deals are fun. All cash deals. I don't get into financing. That's a whole nother game. I don't like to go in areas where I don't know much about. I like to go all cash or certified checks, people with money, right? It's just free, so you don't value it as much. You don't put it to action. But when you actually pay for something and you're invested in something, you got some skin in the game, people are 90% more prone to taking action and getting things done. So, and that's a fact. Do some research on it, right? If you pay for something, you got skin in the game. It's like paying for coaching. If you pay for coaching, you're damn straight you're gonna actually listen to what the guy's telling you and put it to action. And that's when you get results, is when you invest in yourself financially, you put some skin in the game, you take it seriously, and you make shit happen. And that's about it. So share this with your friends and family. I really appreciate it for you guys coming on. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.